The telltale sign that someone is emotionally unavailable is that when someone says they want to take things slow, or they want to take things slow, or they're maybe not being as responsive, if they're emotionally available, they recognize that makes you feel anxious, or that makes their partner feel anxious, and they are willing to talk about why they want to take things slow, XYZ, and it's not this big thing. Whereas when someone's emotionally unavailable, they don't want to talk about it. They don't have time to talk about it. I just can't. I'm busy. Blah, 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 blah. And they don't care that you're being anxious or that you're trying to establish intimacy with them. And that hit me, y'all, because I have dated those men many times where they was like, oh, I live in New York. I'm so busy.
Right. And it makes you want them like even more. And it makes you want to figure that out even more, because you're like, why are you not giving me what I need you to give me?
I think it comes down to is it me? And I have dealt with that in many relationships. And I think that maybe a lot of women deal with that. Is it me? Or what am I doing that isn't letting him or allowing him to open up? And
it's not just is it a woman thing. It's all genders face that though, right?
Yes. And I'm not saying, and because you could be a man dealing with emotionally unavailable woman. And I think if you are a person who is leaning in, or someone who has an anxious attachment style, you are saying to yourself, is it me? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. Why is this person reacting to me in this way? I want this, they want that, or they say they want the same things, but they're acting differently. So yes, thank you for the clarity, Mike. It's not just a woman thing. It definitely can be both sides. And the thing that this article pointed out that was so great is that regardless of what this person, this emotionally unavailable person tells you, it is not you, it is them. And 9 times out of 10, or 10 times out of 10, they have been emotionally unavailable to others and other partners and other people that they've dated as well.
Natasha, let me ask you this, because this is something that I've dealt with personally. I feel like let me ask the question first. Do you feel like you subconsciously went after men that you felt were emotionally unavailable because you didn't want to fully commit? Because that's with me personally. I was in crappy relationship after crappy relationship, and it taught me to kind of put my walls up. And if I didn't have emotions, I couldn't feel as much. So then I wouldn't be hurt if I wasn't attached. So then I would subconsciously go for these men who I knew were emotionally unavailable. So they didn't ever commit. I didn't have to commit. And then nobody was really as hurt in the long run, but at the end of the day, you still are going to be affected by that. And it was just kind of a subconscious thing, and I've had to train myself, okay, we are not going to go for that anymore because it's only going to be empty.
Right. So yes and no, only because what gets my attention normally with a guy, they're like obsessed with me. They're like, they're doing the most. They're like really trying. They're like hitting me up multiple times, because I guess I come off very emotionally unavailable in the beginning because I just don't care until I'm like, okay, yeah, he's done enough for me to care. Okay, sure, you can take me out. That's normally how I am. But there has been times in previous relationships or times where I've met guys and I'm like, oh my God, I like him a lot, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do in order to be around him or hang out with him or whatever. But there's normally a dynamic switch where it's like I fall for the guy who's doing the most, and he was like, wait a second, so you like me now? Oh no. And that's when the emotionally unavailable blah 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 blah, when I'm trying to establish real intimacy with someone or a relationship or something like that, that's when they're like, oh wait, well, I don't, and then this thing happens, and then I'm already stuck because I already like this person because we've been spending X amount of time with each other. So there are signs, like you're saying, like you said, like that I'm now aware of that. Even in the article they talk about, like there are signs of when people want to talk about things or don't want to talk about things or shy away from things. Now I'm so hyper aware of that. I'm like, oh no, I can't deal with this. I'm not dealing with this.